In the quiet town of Oduama, people believed blessings walked on two legs. His name was Mr. Samuel Ikenna. No one remembered exactly when he arrived. It felt as though he had always been there, standing at the back of community meetings, paying hospital bills without asking for thanks, settling school fees before principals could even make announcements. When roofs collapsed during the rainy season, new zinc sheets appeared the next morning. When traders lost goods to fire, envelopes of money came quietly, handed over by trusted messengers. People called him our helper. Children waved when he passed. Old women prayed for him loudly in church. Pastors mentioned him vaguely in sermons. May God bless those among us who give in secret. Yet one question always hung in the air like harmattan dust. And the question is, where did Mr. Ikenna get his money? He lived modestly in a small bungalow at the edge of town. No flashy cars, no business signboards, no known office. He dressed neatly but simply, spoke politely, and avoided attention. When thanked, he smiled and said only, "What I have is not really mine." That answer satisfied most people. Oduama was not a rich town. Fishermen struggled against polluted waters, farmers fought poor harvests, and civil servants waited months for salaries. Yet somehow things worked out. When the only clinic needed a generator, Mr. Ikenna bought one. When floods destroyed the primary school, he rebuilt it. When a young girl needed surgery in the city, he paid everything. Transport, drugs, accommodation. No one ever saw him give money directly in public. It was always discreet, quiet, clean. The community elders once tried to honor him with a chieftaincy title. He declined respectfully. "Please," he said, bowing slightly, "let me remain an ordinary man." That humility made people trust him even more. But not everyone was convinced. Tunde, a young journalist who had returned to Oduama after university, noticed patterns others ignored. Payments always came in cash. Never checks, never transfers. Always large sums, always on time. No business in town could explain it. Tunde once asked him directly, during a chance meeting near the river, "Sir, forgive my curiosity. People look up to you. What line of work do you do?" Mr. Ikenna's smile did not fade, but his eyes hardened briefly, like a door shutting. "Young man," he said calmly, "some questions bring peace. Others bring trouble." He walked away. Tunde did not ask again, but he did not stop wondering. The story might have continued that way, quiet kindness and silent questions, if not for the disappearance of Mr. Kelvin Okoro, a wealthy businessman from the city. Kelvin had passed through Oduama on his way to inspect land for a resort. He stayed overnight. The next morning he vanished. News spread fast. Police arrived. They asked questions. They searched bushes and waterways. Nothing. Then a ransom call came. The kidnappers demanded a huge sum. Kelvin's family paid. 2 days later, his body was found in the forest. The town was shaken. Oduama had never seen such evil. At the candlelight vigil, Mr. Ikenna stood quietly at the back, head bowed, face unreadable. More kidnappings followed, always outsiders, always wealthy, always passing through nearby roads. Ransom was paid. Victims were sometimes released, sometimes not. Police began tracking phone signals, financial movements, patterns. One evening, officers knocked on Mr. Ikenna's door. He welcomed them politely, offered water. They searched, found nothing. But as they were leaving, one officer noticed something odd behind the house. Freshly disturbed earth. They dug. They found burner phones, ropes, blindfolds, and stacks of cash wrapped in plastic. The town gasped when the news broke. Mr. Samuel Ikenna was arrested at dawn. People refused to believe it. "Not him! He paid my daughter's fees. He saved my husband." Crowds gathered outside the police station, shouting for his release. But the evidence was overwhelming. Phone records, voice matches, confessions from accomplices. And finally, Mr. Ikenna himself spoke. In court, he stood calmly, hands clasped, eyes tired. "I will not deny it," he said softly. "I am responsible." A gasp filled the courtroom. He explained everything. Years ago, he had been a poor civil servant, honest, hardworking, forgotten. When his wife needed surgery, the system failed him. No help came. She died waiting. Something broke inside him. He joined a criminal group, not at first as a kidnapper, but as a planner. He justified it by choosing only the rich, telling himself they would survive. The money came fast, too fast, and guilt followed. I tried to wash my hands with generosity, he said. I built schools to silence my conscience. I fed the hungry to forget the blood. His voice shook. But charity does not cancel evil. Mr. Ikenna was sentenced to life imprisonment. The money he donated was seized and redirected through proper channels. Some projects were renamed, others were abandoned. Oduwama was never the same. People learned a painful lesson. Good deeds do not erase bad sources. Children stopped calling him our helper. They called him the man with two faces. Years later, elders would tell the story to warn the young. Not every smiling hand is clean. Ask where blessings come from. Good ends do not justify evil means. And somewhere behind prison walls, Mr. Samuel Ikenna lived with his memories of lives saved, lives destroyed, and the truth he could no longer hide.